Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, back with our first fantasy league update, Riker, and it's been a wild start to this season with the Raptors Digest Fantasy League. So, we have a bunch of transactions happening, lots of trades. I've been trying to scoop up a few. You have a pretty interesting deal that I think you brought up on the most recent podcast. So, let's dive into this, Riker, because we got some interesting storylines to break down.
Indeed we do. The Raptors Digest inaugural Fantasy Basketball League for channel members. And we unfortunately had to have a waiting list for next season. So if you're interested in participating in the next year, we have a bunch of cool giveaways for prizes for the top placed teams. Our league is absolutely maxed out at 20. And I'll tell you, I had high hopes for myself and I suck. I'm really in the middle of the pack here. Ben's doing all right, but there's some teams that are running away with it after week one. It's a long season, lots of trades to be had. Ben,
yeah,
where are we starting here?
Show our rosters to start. I'll break up your roster to start.
Yeah,
off.
show the roster. The roster.
Okay, Riker squad, because people that remember the fantasy draft, there's some stuff happening, but you're 0-1 right now, Riker. You got Kyle Lowry, Devontae Graham, Tyler Hero, Paul George, Jeremy Grant, RJ Barrett. Recently acquired RJ Barrett, Bam Adebayo, Gorgie Jang, and Rudy Gay and Rui Hachimura. So Hachimura's come back soon. I'm also saying Adebayo.
Hachimura can't come back soon enough because my man Jang, he needs to get off of my roster. He sucks. But I'm standing by the rest of my picks, even though I got absolutely slammed in the first week. It's funny because you don't really realize the 1.5 multiplier for assists, the 3 multiplier for blocks and steals. It's those extra categories. I'm finding the guys that are doing really well have players that aren't just scoring a lot of points, because Devontae Graham's putting up decent points, Hero's putting up decent points, but you got to have a guy that's pretty well rounded. So it's centers like Montrezl Harrell I just traded who are having really good starts to the season.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, right? And I'm surprised you're not getting that many points. You got some big names on this. Lowry's there. You might have to package some guys around. Tyler Hero's had a great start, right?
I know.
And Bam should, in theory, be getting blocks. I guess getting that other center position. Should we negotiate?
Bam's been really good. Bam's been my best player. Bam and Paul George. But I stand by my team, but I have some moves left. Let's check out yours. You're doing much better than I am.
Negotiate some trades while we're on air. Get that rocking. I'm trying to get Paul George out of your hands, Riker.
I don't know. He's playing real good, so I gotta do a lot of things with my roster if I'm to get comfortable with that trade. But we'll see.
For sure. So I picked up Eric Bledsoe on the waiver wire. Then I got Shea, Jordan Poole, who's having a killer season for the Warriors right now. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's running away with the starting position right now. Kuzma, who's been on fire to start. Hardaway Jr., Nikola Jokic, and Chris Boucher. And then obviously Zion Williamson there on the IR waiting to sneak his way into
that'll
this.
be a game changer when he comes back too.
Yep. Waiting to sneak his way into the roster. I'm pretty happy with my squad. Jordan Poole, Alexander Walker, Kuzma, they've been killing it. Hardaway Jr.'s on the... I'm pretty... And Bledsoe gets so many steals and assists and all that sort of stuff. I'm liking the all-aroundness of the roster, but again, I'm constantly making moves, trying to make these things happen. But
and Ben, explain your Jokic trade too, because for anybody that tuned into the live watch along for our draft, you picked Jaylen Brown, I think, with your number 1 pick, and Jokic was second overall, I believe. So you maybe fleeced the trade, but I think it was with, we'll see it in the leaderboards in a second.
I got the transactions pulled up. So I ended up flipping. Right. I picked Christian Wood. Or no, I traded Will Barton and Daniel Gafford, right, for Christian Wood, who I thought that was a nice pickup, and obviously Christian Wood's solid. But then I was immediately offered, basically, Nikola Jokic, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Goran Dragic. Right, Nickeil Alexander-Walker's the guy. He's putting up ridiculous 30 points per game in the fantasy points. So I love him as an acquisition. And then Jokic as well for Christian Wood, Wendell Carter Jr., and Jaylen Brown. It's a steep price, but to get Nikola Jokic, the number 1 guy, that's the deal I ended up flipping for it. And I picked up Wood, so essentially I felt like I was trading Gafford and Barton and these guys for Jokic. Yeah. So I'm happy with that move, Riker.
Well, what's pretty crazy is, so this is Mark, our OG Steady Freddy. He is by far running away with the league right now because you'd think he loses this trade. And I thought he lost this trade too when I reviewed it. And I gotta know, I guess picking up Christian Wood and Jaylen Brown, he kind of stacked his team, made it a little bit more well-rounded. Flip onto the leaderboards. Do you have that pulled up?
Yes, sir.
So he's YouTube named Mark R. And if you look at it, 800 points. So again, it's a points league. So basically points are 1, rebounds 1.2, assists, blah, blah, blah. And he's just dominating right now. So it's one of those trades
Bridges
that
is killing it for him as well right now.
And that's huge too. Miles Bridges, I don't know where it's coming from, Ben. I didn't know he was a scorer. Last night that he played with Charlotte, he had 5 for 10 from 3. When did he have that in his arsenal? Maybe I haven't been watching enough Charlotte games, but
Jaw has also been just completely on fire to start. So he got some deep round picks that have just been fire for him on top of the Jaylen Brown and Christian Wood. But
now the thing is, when Zion Williamson eventually comes back from injury, you'll drop your worst player. You'll get basically 27 and 10 a night, and you'll be right up there in the mix. So if we kind of go through the standings, we have OG Steady Freddy, who's Mark R. Paul Blunt, or Blunt Takes is Paul Blunt. Everybody knows him. Who is Rookie of the Year? Scotty Barnes. That's Kevin Lamb.
Yeah.
Low Nick Nurse Dance. I'm just going to go through top 8 here. Low Nick Nurse Dance is Matthew Coombs. Toilet Truck, is GB. Elder Phil. Who do we got? Oh, man. He's right at the bottom. Nick Gold. The Cat Whales, Patrick Cabrera. So no Raptors Digesters in top 7. I have to just go through their actual YouTube names. And then Ben. He's the one that's holding fort because Josh Goodwin's on his tail at 10th. I'm way down there at 15th with really no chance of coming back. So Ben is the guy who's got to be in the mix.
It's the win-loss. That's all that matters, right? As long as you get the wins and the losses. I'm strategic.
The win-loss is all that matters. But, perceivably, if you faced any of these teams that are ahead of you in the standings, in week 1, you would have lost because it is showing. I
had some injuries because I drafted Terry Rozier. I also, to throw in the trade transactions, I also had I've been making moves, right? I've been making moves. Terry Rozier, I had him, who's injured first week, and that was one of my big pickups. Traded him and Dwight Powell to Josh actually, for Chris Boucher and Kyle Kuzma. Now, Boucher, big buy low guy right now. Big buy low. His stock was in the toilet. He was basically benched for a game, but I said, using my Ethereum crypto trading mind, I gotta pick up right now. So I went in for the kill. Got Boucher and Kyle Kuzma, who's had a really underrated start to the year right now. So I got him in the second week, and my second week is looking a lot hotter than my first week. So I'm feeling good about that, and I'm still trying.
What's your point score? I can just pull it up. I'll scroll up a little bit higher here.
Yeah, we can go to our matchups this week.
Oh yeah, 370.
Yeah,
versus 246. You're crushing Tom's terrific team, which can't pat yourself on the back too much. Unfortunately, Tom is 20th. He had a dismal start, and I gotta see.
I got the second highest points, third highest points. It looks like
that's
fourth.
That's Tom Duke.
Yeah,
who is an absolute. He's been on fire in the comment section of live videos recently. He's been chatting everything. So shout out Tom Duke, but. Tom's terrific team ain't looking so terrific. He's got to maybe shake up his roster a little bit.
Got to make some trades, Tom. Make some trades.
I'll tell you the funny thing. I get a trade request every single day from OG Steady Freddy. Like every single day, this man sends me a different trade. I didn't realize he was top of the league, but it certainly is. You're trying to constantly trade up. Yep. You're trying to convince somebody that a player who's not starting as well, they have potential, they have value farther down the road, and then you want to draft for the guy who's that win now piece, which is basically being your philosophy with trading them.
Hey, I try to make great deals for the people I'm trading with. You can see it with OG Steady Freddy, right? Mutually beneficial packages that only enhance both rosters. So anyone in this league watching, come make some trades. I have some out there right now. Trust Ben Rogers. OG Steady Freddy, the person I made the biggest trade with, is first in the league right now. So you gotta trust your boy Ben in making these deals that are mutually beneficial. Riker, that's you included right now. Are you gonna give me Paul George? Or are you gonna?
So we'll put it out. What was the trade you offered me for Paul George?
Oh, we can't. I don't know if we can make that public, actually.
All right. It's a couple of pieces for one, basically. I look at it. So you're basically saying, all right, you get 50 points a week for Paul George, and Ben's offering me 325s, basically, something like that. So I'm getting more value in return, but I need to spread that out and suck up some of my other roster spaces. So my challenge is I need to maybe flip some other guys. I need to look at my roster. My thought is this week, I'm trying to give my team a bit of time to aerate. Because again, if I'm looking at the players I have, Hero, right? Very hot start. Adebayo, very hot start. Paul George, he's going to be the leader of his team this year. Devontae Graham, right?
Ricky, you're killing it this week. I think you have the second highest score.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yo, that's legit.
Yeah, you're beating Will's wonderful.
Now,
Kazoos.
I might have made a big mistake because my only trade has been, after being pestered with a bunch of trades, which I declined, my only trade was trading away Montrezl Harrell for RJ Barrett. Montrezl Harrell's been nothing short of phenomenal, back to form from the old days when he was 6th man of the year caliber. He's getting that same role in Washington. Now, of course, you and I are both suspecting that when Gafford comes back, that when, who's the other big guy? Thomas Bryant comes back, his role will be reduced, and that, you know, he won't get as many points. And RJ Barrett has been real enigma on New York, who I'm hoping is going to step up his game and start actually producing, because he's been real flat to start the year.
Yep. No, for sure. I'm trusting RJ. I think he'll be able to bounce back. I think he's on that route to be solid. But Ryker, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun next couple weeks. If anyone that's in the fantasy league is trying to make some moves, Ryker and I are always in the market, so want to make those moves. And in the comment section, let us know what you guys think of the rosters of the teams. What should be happening going forward? What are your predictions? Lots of fun having this fantasy league, and as we said, join the channel membership if you guys want to be able to join in on stuff like this, fun stuff. Be first in line to see all the crazy stuff that we don't have that much space for. Obviously, we'd love to have everyone inside of everything, but you know, we had a big waiting list even with channel members in this. So if you want to be at the front of the line, join the channel membership. Really helps us out. All right, check out the merch, the Instagram, the Twitter, the TikTok, all that cool stuff. Ryker, do you have any last words on the Raptors Digest Fantasy League Week 1?
Stay tuned. Weekly updates, Ben. Cheers.